Florida man, 40-year-old Wesley Scott, was arrested for an outstanding warrant related to drug possession charges in Pinellas County, Florida. When searched at the jail, officers found 3 syringes inside Scott's rectum. Scott claimed the syringes were not his. He said he found them. What he did not say was how the syringes found their way into his body cavity. It should go without saying that Scott received additional charges associated with introducing contraband into a correctional facility and was held on $5,000 bond. Thanks for tuning in to Feared and Forgotten in Florida. Now that we've weathered another Florida man storm, let's turn our attention to a piece of true crime from Florida's past. In Miami, Florida, in 1970, Robert Platshorn and Robert Minster established a successful marijuana smuggling operation that eventually became known as the Black Tuna Gang. Although the group never referred to themselves as the Black Tuna Gang, when communicating via radio about drug shipments, black tuna was one of the code words they used for bales of marijuana. Gang members also wore solid gold medallions with a black tuna emblazoned on it. This was to identify themselves. The Black Tuna Gang was known to run an extremely sophisticated smuggling operation that included residents at the luxury hotel, the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami Beach, and accompanying bulk deliveries to the boathouse there. Creative methods for communication that challenged law enforcement's abilities to capture the gang included sending associates boxes of diapers to signal a drop was ready, as well as modifying boat painter lines to allow boats to carry increased weight without appearing to ride low in the water. The gang also utilized specialized surveillance equipment to listen in on law enforcement, particularly custom officials' conversations. A joint FBI-DEA task force known as Operation Banco eventually brought down the gang in 1978 via an examination of banking records that ultimately resulted in catching their accountant making a large deposit in a Miami Beach bank. The gang was accused of importing approximately 500 tons of marijuana into Florida over a 16-month period. After the trial began, although they denied it, some gang members were also accused of attempting to bribe jurors and murder the presiding judge. In the end, a total of 8 gang members, including Platshorn and Minster, were convicted of various offenses related to the smuggling operation. Platshorn was released from prison after serving 28 years of his approximately 50-year sentence on April Fool's Day, 2008. Thanks again for listening to Feared and Forgotten in Florida. To support the show, follow us on your favorite podcast hosting platform, share the show with a friend, or join our Patreon service, through which you'll receive an extra show each week directly in your inbox. I'm your host, H.R. Gertner, wishing you all the best from the Sunshine State.